Okay, now we're going to see how to use mental math to calculate percents. Now, you may ask yourself, how could you calculate percents quickly? And percents are important because when you work with percents, you know how to manage money. You know, kind of many things related to money used percent. So we're going to see just something very quick to remember, that is that 100% is the same as multiplying by 1, 10% is the same as 1 over 10, divided by 10, 1% is the same as divided by 100, and 0.1% is the same as divided by 1000. Okay, so for example, let's say that you want to buy a car. So let me do a car. And the car is going, and you ask for money to a bank, and the bank is going to give you the 0.1% of credit, and you want to know what is the 0.1% of $32,500. Okay, and you want to know 0.1% of this amount. So just doing it very quickly, you just need to remember that 0.1 is 1 over 1000. So you just need to divide by 1000. Move the decimal point 3 times, and that's it. So the 0.1 of 32,500 will be just $32.50. Okay, or $32.50. And that's it. This is so simple, right? But let's see what happens if you're asked to get the 2% of let's see that again with money. We're talking about money. So 12% of $12,800. Okay? So you know that 2%, this is something you should just know. 2% is twice the 1%. So you just need to get the 1% and multiply it by 2. So as simple as doing this. I'm going to get the 1%, divide by 100. So 1%, 128, and multiply it times 2. So I'm going to multiply times 2. 2 times 8, 16. 1. 2 times 2, 4, and 1, 5. 2 times 1, 2. 256. That's it. The 2% of 12,800 is 256. Obviously, the idea is for you to do it mentally. Okay? I just told you everything, but the idea is for you to do it mentally. So 2% of 12,800 is just divide by 1000, 128, multiply times 2, 256. That's the objective of doing mental math with percents. Now let's see another example. What happens if somebody asks you to get the 5% of, let's say that the number is 5% of, let's say that we're talking about money. 5% of $532. Okay? 5% of $532. Think of the strategy. How would you do it? What would be the first thing you would do? Okay, think. Like, how will you use your mind? Okay, now I'm going to give you my strategy. 5% of 532, we have two options. I'm going to show you one option, is that 5% is half of the 10%. So I'm going to get the 10% and divide it by 2. 10% is divided by 10, so it will be 53.2. And now I'm going to divide this number by 2. So it will be 5 divided 2, it's 2, I have 1. 13 divided 2 is 6, I have 1. 12 divided 2 is 6. Remember that I moved the decimal point, it will be 26.6 in this case dollars. Okay, so $26.60, and that's the 5% of 532. I'm doing it very quickly. I'm doing it thinking. Maybe you prefer to get the 100%, the 1%, and multiply it times 5. It's okay. It's okay if you do it. Okay, it's okay if you work on that. Let's say that you're asked to get another example. Let's say that you get asked to get the 25% of 1000. So remember that 25% is just divided by 4, so 1000 will be 250. Okay, this is how you can calculate percent. Just remember that sometimes, in some cases, you will be asked to increase an amount. Okay, sometimes you will be asked to increase the amount. How could you do that? Let's say that you're going to increase 13,220 by its, let's say, maybe 12%. I'm going to give you time to think. How would you do it? By following all the mental math strategies we have worked. How would you do it? How would you do it? What would be the best strategy? My strategy, the strategy I recommend, will be 12% is just 10% plus 2%. So I'm going to calculate 10%, I'm going to calculate 2%, add them, I have the 12%, and then add to the original number. So let's do it. I'm going to do it here quickly. So 10% of the number is just moving the decimal point once to the left. So the of $13,220 will be $1,322. Okay, and now 2% of the number 13,220, 2%, so it will be divided by 100, these two, times 2, so it will be 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 it will be 2, so I will get, and the decimal point should be here, so it will be 264.4. Now I'm going to add them. 4, 6, 6 and 2, 8, 3 and 2, 5, 1,586.4. As I'm asked to increase the number, so I need to add 13,220 plus 1,586.4. So I'm going to do it. 1,586.4. So I'm going to do it quickly here for, now you can see that I'm doing here. I'm going to do it here for 6, 8 and 2, 10, 5 and 2, 7 and 1, 8, and finally 3 plus 1, 4, and it will be 14,806.4. Okay, now you can see what is the process followed. But the idea is to do it in your mind. The idea is to think it, to do it on your mind. So now you can see that what I did was to get 10%, then get the 2%, add them, and finally I add the expressions. It will be interesting that you to squeeze your mind and do it mentally. This is the idea of this exercise. That's what you didn't see yet. And this is up for today. This is how to calculate percents using mental math. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that we can continue working on rational numbers in future occasions. See you the next video.